Welcome to World 9-4. That's right, World 9-4. We're basically located in the basement of Bowser's castle, so while Little Red Plumber is running around, we're going to be here keeping you company. It may be dark, and it may be dreary, but I will surely guide you through the dark past of gaming history. I'm your host with the most, Mega Drive 20XX. You can call me the Prince of Sega Genesis and the fearless leader of the retro gaming revolution. So be prepared for crazy stuff, random acts of silliness, and we're going to take a long step back in this particular stage in time. Marty McFly style, you dig? So, welcome to my world. Tonight, with my trusty sidekick, ThravRande.
Yo.
Who is someone you don't want to mess with on a wrong day, that's for sure. We take a look at the two lost mascots of the years, Alex the Kid from the Sega era, and the Pitfall Harry from the Atari 2600 series. Where are they, and why are they in a carton of milk lately? For starters, where is Pitfall Harry? That guy had 2 bombshells on the PS2 and the Xbox. He was Activision's golden boy, and they threw him away after years of Tony Hawk, Call of Duty, and buying out other companies like Blizzard and probably soon EA, for all we know. His Genesis and his Super NES debut was quite excellent, but I have to say, he needs to quit messing around, give him a kick in the pants, and to get back up. Why can't they hire the original creator, David Crane? He hasn't done anything since Night Trap on Sega CD. Get his grass on the lawn and mow it, people. Harry needs a facelift now. He is dying, and nobody hardly remembers him except for that one stinking Atari 2600 game. Why can't I have a conversation and go, remember Pitfall? Yeah, dude, he couldn't swim. Did you play part 2? There was a part 2? Yes, there was. The Atari 2600 version of Pitfall 2 was superb. Harry could finally freaking swim. I was like, oh my god, they learned from Mario Brothers. Holy cow. This is crazy. I don't understand. We're just mere cavemen. I can't understand. Feet go in water? What? You're blowing my mind. Yes, he could swim. You should try sometime. It's great. Good athletic work, too. Poor Harry. His dad would have been happy. Because you had to separate him by adding a junior to everything. That's pretty much the whole classic gaming, code of ethics. You have to add a junior if you're going to have a son in any video game. Donkey Kong Jr., Pitfall Harry Jr., and of course the ill-forgotten son that was in Mario Kart on Super Nintendo. They called him Donkey Kong Jr., but everybody knew that was Donkey Kong Jr.'s kid, so he's legally Donkey Kong the third. But we don't want to say that. Or fourth if you want to get technical, because don't forget about Stanley the Bugman in Donkey Kong 3. Oh, well. Moving on. Alex the Kid. Poor, pitiful Alex the Kid. Sega's first true blue mascot. I love the little Chucky dude. He's a freak of nature. Sure, he could stab you in the middle of the night and scare the crap out of you. But you know what? I don't care because he looks like Chucky. Probably smells like Chucky. Probably some cheap plastic and a good guy dolls and I'm your friend to the end kind of crap. But, you don't want to mess with that and wake up in the middle of the night screaming bloody murder. Trust me, it's not happy and it's not good. It didn't happen for that kid. It's not going to happen for you. So trust me. Alex the Kid he's a good guy. Not a good guy doll. Good guy. 6 games he had. 6 games. 5 in America and only 1 in Japan. Which is like really stupid rare now because it's like an Excitebike clone called Alex the Kid BMX Trail. I don't know. That game fetches like 60-something. Sometimes you can get it cheap if it's like complete in the box. But then again, why would you import an old Sega Master System game? Because it's the only one. Because the rest of them were all released. You had Alex the Kid, The Miracle World, which is his first one. Alex the Kid, The Lost Star, which was my first one when I was a kid. Alex the Kid in the High Tech World, that went off in a whole new direction because everybody was going for the sci-fi thing back then in the mid-'80s, or late 80s, actually, my fault. And, of course, there was Enchanted Castle on the Sega Genesis, which kind of started declining. And there was one final attempt the next year. They decided to go back to the Sega Master System and release Alex the Kid in Shinobi World, which is pretty cool. I mean, Sega, I think, started that trend in Alex the Kid in Shinobi World, what Sega was really good at, because this trend of blending two different franchises in one started clicking in Japan like left and right. They started just throwing games together, like, check it out, it's this guy from this game, and then boom, 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 boom. And it just kept carrying on all through the 90s and still on to this very day. So I'd still like to say Sega, big props for starting that trend, because that was really cool. Because I remember the only game that combined two fighters for the first time was Fighters Mega Mix, which combined Fighting Vipers with Virtual Fighter in heaven. And also the ill-forgotten Sega's Sonic the Fighters was combined with that too, so you throw in the mix. You actually get to play as Janet from Virtual Cop and all kinds of wacky characters. Even the Daytona Hornet car as an actual fighter in this not crazy game. But Sega, they're wacky. They're crazy. They're crazy, man. Just crazy. So why couldn't we just give Alex the Kid a second chance? Perhaps the DS or PSP, or maybe a digital download, because everybody's going that way now. I mean, you got Contra making a comeback like that. You have Rocket Knight Adventure. Heck, even Sonic Adventures made a comeback today, and this week particularly. And I think the 3D approach would be pretty cool. Make it like 2D, 3D. But if they just stick with just a 3D, on second thought, not so much. It would suck more than a Suck-O-Matic on Rocko's Modern Life, because it would be a total disaster. And, well, I would say it would be a cross between Gex and Rayman 2. Like, right in the middle, but except not as awesome as Rayman 2 and not as crappy as Gex 3. Just right in the middle there. It'll be like a half poop, half game sort of thing, and it'll be disgusting, and maybe a peanut growing out of the side. I don't know. Poor Alex. Alas, I'm gonna wish both of you beloved mascots would get just some respect, just a little respect, because I mean, sure, Sega's trying by remembering him in games like Sega Superstar Tennis and Sega All-Star Racing on PS3 and Xbox 360. So those two games are awesome, because even Alex is in there, but also the other extra characters, even some of the lost mascots we haven't seen, like especially Ryo Hazuki from Shenmue, which, seriously, Sega, where's Part 3? This is worse than Half-Life 2 Episode 3. They dragged that on for years, but nothing. I'm going to punch every single one of their mothers in the face, I swear to God. And they're going to get a phone call from their mother saying, where is my game? And they're like, I don't know. I was working on this other cool game. You're like, no, you're going to stop everything you're doing and work on Shenmue 3. It's like, thank you. Let me punch you again, just to make double sure, you know, and 2 for flinching. But if Alex did, people would be like, well, where the hell's Sonic? And instead, I wish it would just show some joy to that, but no. Now he's considered the Scrappy Doo of the Sega games that nobody gives 2 flying flips about. Do you hear that now, Tails? You don't suck anymore. You no longer are a whipping boy. Throw a party for yourself, good sir. You've earned it. Alas, I'm going to wish both of you the best of luck. Until then, we'll be down here in our basement, tuning into Channel 3 and keeping a nice old TV warm for you. This is Mega Drive 20XX saying game on, and I'd like to thank ThravRande for helping out with this pilot episode. Good night.